now I'm trying to make a video that I feel comfortable doing. But who knows if this will work. I haven't been uploading anything except for that one that I had to upload because my heart was telling me that I had to. But other than that, I haven't. What else to do? I don't know what else to do. My animal brain, I guess, is going crazy. And so I was thinking about my conversation earlier with my friend, and I was talking to her about like rewriting my brain response to triggers, because I've been having issues with getting more violent during my flashbacks and during my panic episodes due to hallucinations, which will make me lash out, and then I feel really terrible for hitting my husband or for yelling at him or for saying cruel things to him. I hate that. I hate that about myself. So, we were talking about it, and I'm like, well, I need to do something else when the panic hits. And I like making videos. A numbness in my face. Intense. Scared. Trapped. Death. A violent assault. Is that a feeling? Is violent assault a feeling? Can I make it a feeling?
You can, yeah. I will allow that.
Maybe I should allow it. Maybe can I make a code word for it, or like a feeling word? Yes. What would violent assault be in a word? Once a memory.
Yes.
And then I guess when I have flashbacks of that initial touch of somebody grabbing me, and then I'm like, no, you will not grab me. That's, I don't know how to describe it. Like a feral animal that a human's trying to catch.
Right, you're at your very base primal level.
Right.
Your lizard brain is all that's working.
Right, because it's not like I can talk. There was a time where, I was triggered out like that. And me and Kyle were in the living room. And he was trying to touch me. He was trying to hug me or whatever. And then I didn't want to be touched, but it triggered out that same lizard brain shit. And I was crouching. You know how good I can crouch.
You are a really good croucher.
Yeah,
oh my god.
Because I'm part fucking animal.
Yeah.
So I was crouching and I was and through my grunts, I remember just thinking, get away, but I couldn't speak. I was just using my grunts and my growls to communicate, you better leave me alone, motherfucker. You better not fucking touch me right now. I am not in a place to be touched right now. Yeah. You can't trap me. Oh, I'll sneak away.
Yes.
But it came out as... And he's like, what the hell is going on? And just growling at him and making weird snarl noises at him.
Yeah.
As a warning. You're not allowed in this space. You're not allowed in my territory right now. This is my shit.
Right.
And if you come in my shit, it's not... not gonna be good.
Right. No. So when that comes up, then it's your fight response when you get to your lizard brain.
I just recalled what happened after that.
Okay.
So I was growling.
Yeah.
And then I saw the couch, and I'm like, I just want to curl up and then maybe he'll leave me alone. Like, I communicated somewhat.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
And then I, like, scampered over to the couch like a fucking... Get over to the couch. And then I'm going on the couch. And then the flashback continued. But Kyle wasn't touching me at this point. But I felt hands on me. I felt on me.
Yes.
And then I started to writhe in pain. And I started crying and screaming no and just weeping and like kicking and thrashing. And I'm like, no, no! And I'm weeping as I'm screaming, like, no, 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 no! And Kyle's like sitting at the end of the couch and he's just crying because he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And he realizes what he's witnessing now. Like, oh shit. I don't even know how this got triggered out, but oh shit. And then he's like trying to stay calm, like, it's okay, dear, you're at the house and I'm here. And then eventually I just got really sad, and finally, like, the pain stopped, like, just pulsating through my fucking body, and I was so exhausted. And then I, like, curled up next to him, and then he just rubbed my back, and I'm like, oh my god, like, he's like, yeah, that was a rough one.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah, that was rough. That was under rough. The bad stuff. Bad stuff comes up, you just fucking push that shit away. Focus on something else. Create some drama somewhere else. Fucking... And then talk about how crazy I am. And you know what? You're fucking right. I am crazy. I'm insane. I'm stuck with myself as an insane person for so long. And a long time, I had more than patience. I had a self-loathing that kept me from being angry at her. It kept me from actually recognizing what the fuck was wrong in my life that made me hallucinate all the fucking time, or that made me shut the fuck up around anybody who was an adult, because I was scared shitless that every adult I knew fucking hated me, because my mother did. So it only makes sense that other adults would fucking hate me too, because they could see the same shit that she saw, that I was a fucking defected child that shouldn't have been born. I've been through a lot of therapies all at once, which I think is part of it. I just kind of hit recovery really hard and didn't know how to talk through it. But I want to get back to it. It helps me de-stress. But I've been busy, being sad and scared. Microphone, whatever it is. I've been going through flashbacks like crazy. I've been in a women's trauma group for the last 12 weeks. This week is the last week of the program, and to be honest, I am so happy that it is almost done, because that's a lot of trauma to rehash and to try to stay sane through and try to process. A flashback coming up, but it could just be I feel awful. But I've been really panicky at night. Super panicky. Like, as soon as the sun goes down, I'm having trouble breathing, and I'm freaking out about every pain in my body. Which I got a lot of pain in my body all the time, so that's an easy thing to obsess over if my brain's in that spot. Because during the day, I just kind of ignore it, and it's not worrisome, and it's like, whatever. And then nighttime comes, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm dying right now.
due to a lot of things. So many things. Like, I've tried to talk it out. I've had multiple therapist appointments trying to talk it out, and there's just a disconnection there. About 6 weeks ago, I had a really bad flashback from my earlier days, my real early days of life. And since then, it's just like life keeps kicking me in the balls. And you just gotta keep living. But I didn't really feel like I'm in a place to like give advice or make videos about how to be healthy when I don't feel healthy in the slightest bit at all. I don't feel healthy. So I figured I'd make some videos a little bit differently. I've never recorded myself like telling a story like this with video as well, because I'm very camera shy. I hate myself on camera. But I've heard from other survivors that it's helpful to actually see yourself tell stories rather than just hear yourself tell stories. So I guess I figured I'd try it out, and I got a couple stories in my noggin. Don't matter how good you think you're doing or any of that, because all that can be destroyed in a goddamn second. And, don't let other people's opinions of you shake you up. Well, how the fuck? When they're your closest people, how are their opinions not gonna fuck you up? I don't want to do it. Don't want to do it. But I'm gonna. Got a support group tonight. I got all that work done. But, I'm excited for it. I like the people in my support group. They're very sweet. I've been able to talk to them about a lot of stuff that I've never really shared with the public before, I mean, I talk to that stuff about, I talk about that stuff to my therapist and shit like that, but actually talking to it about people that I know, like friends and support people, it's different, and I don't know, sometimes their faces still make me sad. When I share something and they look sad at me, and it's like, please don't look sad at me. Like, I appreciate it, but obviously I'm still alive. And that's probably my anger, my defense mechanism, getting angry and empathy. Like, oh, those people, they're sad about you. Get away from them. They don't know the nature of life, don't you know? I don't know. I don't want my childhood to be nature of life, I guess. That was more like a crazy boot camp that people shouldn't have to go through. But people are going through it. And I think that's what's also triggering me out is we got concentration camps and we got children in cages who are being molested and assaulted. And that does a number to my heart. I feel like I need to stop it, and I have no idea how to stop it. So a lot of my days are just brainstorming how to stop fascism from taking over and destroying people's lives. And not even stopping it, like, preemptively, like, stopping it mid-roll. Like, please, this has gone too far. Release the immigrants. desegregate the fucking ghettos and fix them up and give them money, for God's sakes. Pump some economy juice into there. Let nonviolent offenders out of fucking prison. Like, there's quite a few things for me to get done on my to-do list nationally. But then I know I'm delusional. How the fuck am I gonna stop any of that shit? I'm not. I'm just gonna cry about it and rant about it. And pray that something changes, even though I don't believe in God. I'll still throw that wild card up and please, Jesus, stop this. You know, like, if you want me to be a believer and go to church and shit, all you need to do is stop this. Stop the U.S. government fascist takeover. Stop the ICE raids. Stop imprisoning people running away from horrendous living environments. And, stop systematically being dickheads to black people. If you could just get that stuff done, I would totally believe in God. Send a little messenger down here that crack lightning out of his hands. Like, stop. You free the people. Chatting it up quite a bit. And then we get back to my place. Now, last week, my husband and my son were out of town. My husband was on a work trip. My son was with my in-laws. So it was just me at the house. And we get home. And as soon as we get home, I get a flashback of my grandmother feeding this cute little brown bunny that used to hop around her house. Me and my grandmother were very close, and she died 7 years ago. So, as we're walking into my house, my friend says, no, my friend didn't say anything. That's not what happened. When we're walking into the house, I had the flashback. I say, buddy, I think rabbits trigger me out. Like, because that's the first thing that came to my head to say is, like, rabbits. Because my house is surrounded by rabbits. So, just, I was thinking about rabbits, and then my grandma, and so, like, rabbits trigger me out, dude. And she responds by going, all right, Alex, just go into the house. And I thought that was weird. Like, okay, you don't want to hear my story about why rabbits trigger me out? So I look at her confused, like, what? Go into the house for what? And then she points out into the yard. And I look where she's pointing, but my vision's all grayed out because I'm mid-flashback. I'm not seeing or responding to things very clearly. I'm already on edge. I'm already triggered out. I'm already panicky. And so I'm like, you're just going to have to say it because I can't see what you're trying to show me. And she goes, Alex, there's a dead rabbit in your yard right there. And then I look over again and finally, like, my eyes are able to focus a little bit. And I see this dead bunny, like, right next to my son's playthings, directly outside the front door. And I'm like, okay, let's check it out. What happened to this rabbit? Like, now it's time to get our thinking caps on and figure out why there's a dead rabbit outside my door. And crying and just weeping. Yeah, no, there's been a few real bad days in there. Real. And I just feel like I'm sick. Like, I can't get up. I can't move a lot. I get dizzy all the time. I'm losing weight. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm losing weight. And that's scaring me because I've been comfortably to a solid weight for a good while now. It's probably been close to a year that I really didn't have to worry about my weight too much Or, you know, I would worry about it, but it wasn't ever too underweight like I was. To where I thought I was gonna die at any second because I couldn't move anymore. And I'm not saying I'm to that point now, but I'm starting to worry because I'm trying to eat and weight is just falling off. And I have been getting dizzy more, and I've noticed that, but I'm trying to eat. Like, I eat 3 meals a day and snacks. Like, I make it a point at this point to make sure I eat every fucking meal because I know that I can't skip without losing whatever fat reserves and life I have left. Like, I have to continually eat. And I don't know if you can tell, but I'm triggered out as shit. And I thought a good first video back would just be me in the middle of an episode rambling about why I haven't been recording or on Discord or alive from the feels of it. But then I am alive because I am sad and I'm crying at shows and I'm just cuddling with my son a lot. And, and then dealing with my expanding social network, which is happening because I'm making support groups. I'm going to support groups. I'm making more friends. But you find an old personality that you know, and you start being around it, and then you start getting triggered by it, and then before you know it, like, and then with the women trauma group, I've been super sensitive, trigger-wise, like super. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous how triggery I've been. So I had that on top of all the ingredients I got going on, along with just feeling like shit. No. I don't want to live like this. I don't want to just spend every day wishing that I was different, but I do. I don't want to be sad anymore. That's a fucking pipe dream, though, ain't it? So, stop rambling about nothing, I guess. See ya.